But then we get Randy Orton. He comes back to make sure that he lets Roman Reigns know
Daddy's back.
Damn right.
Daddy. So before we get into dissecting why Roman is so awkward, what did you think of this? Because I feel like this wasn't necessarily anticipated in the same way of like Seth versus Punk coming face to face, but I feel like this was still a highly anticipated moment given the context, and like Randy just came back and the Bloodline are the ones that put him on the shelf for 18 months. So to me, this was still like a huge moment.
It was a huge moment.
Yeah, and I felt like it was good, actually.
No, it was a good moment. It was good that you have Roman, one, having a feud before the Rumble, but two, it's against Randy Orton. It's against someone of that stature where it's, oh, could he actually, he's on that path to being, whatever. And it doesn't feel forced. You have that backstory of essentially him and the Bloodline taking him out for 18 months. And that's a nice seed to plant for this storyline. And with everything going on, like it's another notch on Roman's title reign for him to, when he beats Randy, like that feud. So yeah. I don't have like any like intense thoughts about it, because it's what should have happened. Like this wasn't a bad in-ring segment. I thought it kicked off the potential feud very nicely, and it did set up the main event pretty well too.
Yeah, I think that this is more, I think people are actually going to be looking forward to this match a lot more than whatever they thought was maybe going to be planned for Roman, because when you saw that he was only going to be showing up once in December and then twice in January, we even talked about it where we were like, okay, this seems like a clear indication that he's not going to be at the Rumble, because like that's not enough time for him to establish anything that seems credible. And they already were saying like LA Knight is not getting a rematch, so that wouldn't work. And it was like, okay, so Roman's not showing up. So it's like a blessing that Randy returned when he did, even if it was overshadowed by Punk. I think that this is a good headliner for the Rumble, because I think the Rumble is going to be huge, obviously, not just because of it, kicking off Mania season and it being WrestleMania 40, but CM Punk is back, and then there's Randy Orton, then it's like Cody needs to win the Rumble, and then whoever else, like Gunther, whoever. So I think that this is like a good way to get people more excited about it beyond
1,000%.
the Rumble match.
Yeah, you need to get people excited for the Rumble other than the match itself, and one way to do that, yeah, you gotta have Roman on it, but two, a legit opponent. And him and Roman would put on banger. That's gonna be a banger match.
And it's because of their styles too. Like they definitely wrestle a little bit more like old
very
school.
complementary styles.
Yeah, so I think that is going to be interesting. Plus, it's like revenge for Randy.
Oh, 1,000%.